emergency situation be na ato okromo whatever omuni players omuni there and there ever to contribute to from World Cup no Nigeria for the World Cup no one of the painful stories. Look at the squad they have. And your lowest point today, they are at a junction in terms of goalkeeping department. Only 2 goalkeepers performing on the African continent. Almost Stanley and Wabili for Nigeria top goalkeepers. And Wabili is performing so well. And then Ronnie Williams for South Africa. Back in defense. And then Nigeria produce all these players EPL day out of room. Yeah. Look, and Eric Shelley in the lineup now. Number who say, oh, what a squad that is full of attacking players. Yeah, not all just all your sacrifices. They be American. Social goals, also creative. By my Messi 10, I want to 10 in a mobile money. You always need balance. Look at this lineup. And Ras, Osai Samuel, Frederick, Kevin Bassi, Zaidu, these players are for me at I said to say. In that case, Matu and Frey for the uncommon, make Zaidu and then Osai Samuel. Omo common. Because of boy alone and call in indeed a typical 4-1-3-2, 2 strikers, Obo Adams and then Victor Osimhen. Omiru goes in. But look at our attacking free now, Bojino Machino. Chukwueze, Ademola Lookman, and then it will be free. We're saying very much experience on the continent and then of course on the world stage. So imagine say Nigeria squad wake up among World Cup. But then see one more. But be a master no say make up for Nigeria for the now ye traditionally your members on the continent are represent here. Ya ni ojido mu pa ba kono unfortunately wan kobi. Cameroon. Ara hosem ne say Cameroon en World Cup ni bi. Omo hold Africa record for most appearance on World Cup. Okay. Since 1982, make your debut, couple only 3 times per and Cameroon could be. They can you know Kobe. They've been there 8 times. But the area was story in I say. I think the FIFA crab beam the 48.
Yeah, I'm Kakonya and a bank or meeting as a bounce.
Africa Mofa 2 Pemra Cameroon Kobe. Africa Mofa Fremra Cameroon Kobe. Africa when you're 5 Cameroon Kobe. Yeah. Now FIFA says Moba. Mofa 9 plus 1. And from Ramubet 10. Minimum bet 9. Then Cameroon with all these players Omontumi and Kobe. How on earth? Look through their squad. But this is the World Cup. It has always been a festival, a back presenting what the ama Omomunyamobi. And then I can say Cape Verde for no jubility. Omunsi hot da. This is the story of the World Cup. Obi Kobe do but the welcome more pano or do na no no or do ko trefi. The story is more beautiful when you understand the fact say DR Congo and a stop Cameroon. DR Congo 1974 they were there. Satam no mudi desire. Yeah. They were there. 4 days of the World Cup. Soil way so money don't go see na DR Congo no kan. So any Cameroon no ya katete atempon fo a omienu nyina amoka ho and ba kwa stop ba ko. This time Joan Wissa is not as active as Ubenya. Injuries in the but Cedric Bakambune other members of the squad for DR Congo. Couple, you need time to go through their squad. Or more quality team no more. Or more quality team no. Sebastian Dasebere na your coach. Another experienced manager on the continent. He knows every country. Now game na omo Nigeria be bono couple. Nigeria for him some of Agabo for dia omo prepare. I'm telling you, Nigeria himself
Congo no dey.
Omo faniema fo. Ewo Gabon game no dia. Omo hye ne ye because look,
go mu ho den pa. Nigeria for no ho den, awe mu so ho den pa, ho den physically. Congo for no mo si pampima amaza ni to den.
On say one bisaka mu nyina ba yo.
Yes.
O bisaka mu bobobi. En kanena na komakoti te England and France squad na chi e twen be papa. Omo who say these countries no when we call on the bench, this squad will be a top level European level talent. Top level talent, and I'm represent our country. So my generation say Cameroon were not fairly undone, but deservedly. DR Congo for no so deserve so make final. We wait patiently what transpires between Omo and then Nigeria. Omo mu do obeko bia no, we are all Africans. Yeah, solid reps. Do obeko bia deserve. Away from that, okay. Kylian Mbappé, also I can go is a crabby.
Yeah.
No, by catch up with 400 goals.
We're reaching 400 career goals as a youngest player since Pele. Javina Onono 400 in Saka. That's Enrana or shares the 400 career goal. No.
Babia Mbappé Obobone Bonne Kudruno. The other day, Nameka say, I feel we're doing pompous also pa. I feel a bono or Bababoni ye. I feel systems are a AD or progression as a player. No, Mbappé, he's had access to Madrid where we. France national team, no. Paris for the year so pushy Ousmane Dembele, PSG, and all those diabolic one. But couple Busami, to be very honest, ye Mbappé ni Ousmane Dembele differences. Eban finishing Nintino, and both players here attackers. Ousmane Dembele said, "I say, "I know about 9." For PSG, no about 9. So finishing Nintino, I'll place Mbappé ahead of Ousmane Dembele. Number 2. About 2 players in the growth as players are. Ousmane Dembele is a bit fragile. How many times, how often, and I'll say Kylian Mbappé free injury on compo and free injury he's always very much active. He's very much stronger. The system not a year juma, very responsive. This is a profile. We're about 3 games in a week. Kylian Mbappé. But Obenya Ousmane Dembele type no bought 3 games in a week here. Couple on to be the following week. So for that reason, I'll pick Mbappé ahead of Ousmane Dembele. Now, me can say no, I make cases say. You busa France all-time national team top scorer. Giroud, or Yembesho. On mine is a France. I'm a top scorer. Giroud, or Yembesho. Michel Platini, Kromon Common AD. You did Zidane, Kromon Common. Thierry Henry. Players in the crown, Frank Ribery, Malouda. I mean, top technical gifted players are almost supersede Giroud in terms of quality. But it's a goal scoring is an art. Box no nyansa. Ruud van Nistelrooy, the goal is almost 200. I'll share my Manchester United. But I could outside the box. The deck in the box, the box, you need some level of brilliance to be inside the box. It is a team match 400 goals. Kylian Mbappé at this age here. Now Saba Bonte say, so no catch no one France minus say or more could do World Cup on a semi-final. And you do a critique. Name or more say between a Jew couple. You need this guy to be your captain.
Mentality.
You need him to be your captain. Last time no World Cup will be 2018. Only say oh my Ghana you call tournament and I say Drew. Semis, you do semis, and I say, yeah.
Feel you.
But contrastingly, a home woman now, Kylian Mbappé, sharp contrast. Or what semi-final you through? Oh, a rade. But yes, semi-final.
Semi-finals. What Tom watching,
and they'll be there.
Yeah.
Because 2018 they were there at a stage where most of the squad not transition. Blaise Matuidi more squad, Paul Pogba more, Sissoko more, N'Golo Kante more. I'm not transition so I could defense Akoshie more, Barca defender Titi more. All these players in addition to Patrick Evra. And a movie close to 2022. Watch and analyze 2022 game no boy, Its similarity to the 2018 game, energy.
Yeah.
Exhibition of physique, explosiveness. What is possession? Now, one of the coaches are the style of play, what implemented their core, the style of play as an active footballer, no, they are called the coaching, Didier Deschamps. Me efisa be hwe boy. Mabubo 6 ahodo. Mabubo 6 ahodo. You can say DM. Good tackling,
proper
positional sense. No. Didier Deschamps and a Dunga. Brazil Dunga.
Yeah.
Or no, the Brazil call US 94 as a captain. Solid 6. And the China Brazil Benya Danielson nomine Edmelson Murano Bobo 6. I felt like no, they are not in the class of Dunga. Didier Deschamps for France. The same idea no implemented. Obet me abo Sissoko Kante Pogba Blaise Matuidi. Obet me abo Safo no kwano de Brika for anymore. And that system is very similar to 2022. So at this point, couple Mbappé drew stage here. Madrid systems and almost structures, a buano. France almost systems no structures no e boa Kylian Mbappé na enye Haaland enye Julian Alvarez enye Osimhen mo na yomutia this guy e ko be hadwene pa
so be man competition ama wagina ye
on be man competition na so fair. It helps the growth of the game because Mbappé baby oduru there on go show look 1-on-1 10 or the manual or obeshe be 9 1-on-1 na number 9 for ahodo no obia on attributes mamenka asem kakra bi ara fa Mbappé story ni nsi 9 obia on finishing attribute obi ho no mo a ofa ball no free distance na eba on to me share maka sa from distance
okuta ball no dey ba
obefa dia ba be do 18 no man say no we shoot anto ensem nyam type no
okay
onya fa ball na I just be trying to one trying the ball echo. Haaland so hobby. You know why? Because so just at distance in the ball no or low technical index in terms of shooting.
Okay.
Into a weakness. No more giant not the ball be do small zone or dia or the ball be net. Some yo Haaland or Kylian Mbappé or how many times anyone say Mbappé at distance or small ball in the day ba. On to be Mamba.
Yeah.
But you have Ronaldo Demis.
Yeah.
Maybe you general Osuma born because high technical index in terms of finishing.
And the Fatawi Shakusu will be pa.
And so, Oman community see. Now, my mention the opposite. And we think how Kusu box in money answer. Oh, you need quite chilly. I know who box in Moody.
Okay. Don't know what you
know. It's how could technically also. It is who box no gina instinctively chika ento mo de no Inzaghi mo de no who box no nya ba bia na gina nya ba bia na waste time
a tough player
at that time no nya ba 28 33 no ba box na age nya hode na gya no ho na if we do boxing but at this point nya me hira no with talent it will just distance utumi suma ball na ba but for Mbappé no just for fa ball no na kapo ode ba and look France nkura bebre ya omunya yi Madrid team omuhihye na Mbappé be nyina ba begina box num say mon feed me imagine how many goals this guy can produce me the foreign be sure they can me Ghana game no so ntimi minimum also Stevone yeah because Ghana game no I have a lot ntimi say me show question kakra
yeah that so that form just say enya asem get to akwa it's a Black Stars.
Say Japan no yendru omo papa.
Oh yeah NDA.
But also drew Argentina ne Brazil ne Uruguay for no. Oh the way.
Omo bro so kakra say o form.
But yes we check Comoros.
Okay say Somalia money.
Yeah, and Eritrea and Eritrea. Ndia way.
Yo actually. I'm saying compare ya.
Yeah, but Eritrea money Comoros for India.
Yeah, so
because Japan bro so.
Oh be bro and there.
Yet also drew Portugal, France, Spain, Germany
level no. Steve Obra. You're refina. The game no first half and okay. First half. Yeah that form. Steve
Kabu.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not kakra na say obemi aba feel straight.
Obi busa baby ayo. Baby ayo no.
Obi busa baby ayo. Your level ayo. Yeah, we are hefa.
So say near omo da 100 column na.
Based on the ranking, no.
Yes.
Okay.
They are not doing this for the artists. The reason to omo we know say Yaba for quite some time. I think say Ghana from this two games here boy. Okay. Because you get two Asian nations and no Mbabo.
Yeah.
So you could share South Korea at the World Cup. No? Yeah. Interestingly, Omo also need the opponent team Michelle Omo that particular World Cup. No? So in as much as ABA Enco Sani no. Me sometimes these trial games I will check a crowd. But anyway, CR7 in Portugal against Ireland.
Yeah. Saying
they were seeking to book their ticket for the World Cup. But a game, the lead up to the game, a lot about Ronaldo reaction, how fans will react to Ronaldo because of previously they're not SC. And Ronaldo and me and control no kakra. It's game no end no. Na see ourselves Efrima, and according to the Awoke, say he's likely to miss the start of the World Cup. Unim said the next game or Mobono against Armenia, which definitely I know say Betimi Enya win no ewo. But I did surprising make a crowd say Zidane Enya the crazy moment in football, which a lot of people are not supporting Zidane felt that says Zidane to me control the temperament that split second. I continue with the game now. Ebiana Kobe ended up with another World Cup trophy. But Oma Matarazzi antes, you know, area ni trim. You see, football and the fandom. Obia Wejima Oye. Until there was a time as some Wajan Bebo Legon cities. Now he had issues with Kotoko fans and said almost Reno. As a Wajan who is a legend of the game or Ghana, therefore he needs to be celebrated wherever he plays and whoever he plays against. The job of the fans, and they say, wow, we are threat on the field. You know? I was see a timid a display, yes, a distorted game, you know, in a way for you. So the best person to have done that is Ronaldo, because ahead of the game, you know, I can say he knew say the fans, yes, they will be booing him and or twice so a coy. But I feel say in life, the higher you go, maturity never so much. That is why where you become much more calmer. But me nim idea to me call Ronaldo to that point to say the same player on in a year, I think a year ago, Asare Ronaldo Okomeah red card. That is the level of Ronaldo do. He has seen it all in football. Into open the best person to have player what better stature in football. The number of goals I was share and the numerous conditions, yet or try it, molding itself into a beast of a goal scorer over the decades here, boy. I felt this should have been a light work for him. But Ronaldo went to me and come in nerves, no, ended up. It was a game and very frustrating for Portugal in total. Let's be honest. It was a game now Portugal ain't the swag and on the corner because Ireland were much more determined to say money happened the third time because already no much 1-0 about draw. So back home the fans were behind them. Say I also want to win. So I was thinking being the captain, being the leader, knowing what is at stake, no bit a much more calmer, a bit mature to control the crowd and then the beba. But ni gesture say or signal to the fans or we cry babies. I think the reason you got the record and they say my fans in running. Yes. Yeah. I say I promise to be a good boy. Now me yes. Now this just a player of that stature. It has happened. I can't say in football, but the entire any exception. I were to discuss the fact that the most intimidating stadiums and what we are seeing in our country are goals. So going back to Ireland, and and over here said a big boy in terms of football contest.
Yeah.
So for them to have gotten into the head of Ronaldo and end up the way I gave it means that Ronaldo wanted some level of revenge. Say you wait me I should go to silence them. And unfortunately, me and Kosa I must see ourselves. So my biggest disappointment from the game was the fact that he was the best man to handle that situation at some point, point in time.
Would you say a moment, the red card ne hash?
It wasn't hash. Initially, yellow card, and I'll call back to VAR, and then who said nah, who said the same player? Why any bidder?
Okay.
Why any bidder? Say Shadrach will video no ha. in our previous meetings, here. But gentlemen, I'm called for to say or call this time around, you know.
Oh, okay.
And this time, the fans were booing. And I'll call to the touchdown coach, coach, and he said, you've gone into the referee, so the decision to even give him red card in there because of our manager. No?
Yeah.
Hogram said, oh yeah, that is the point of Ronaldo. But I think said, no, say Ronaldo, yeah, bit come on. Emil Heskey. Both FIFA game from 2002 no Game Boys and almost match game as a channel.
Yeah.
Only we Rooney and a discussion as to the future of England's number 9, and they are sensing worrying signs about England ahead of the World Cup, to the point that Rooney Craig can say, "On the Obenya and Nicholas use to Harry Kane in any other game until the World Cup no ever." So the next game will be expecting Harry Kane to be starting for England, and also will take part. Should be their first game at the World Cup and not any other game.
Okay.
But what in some ways a bit paradoxical, but it has great ingredients of wisdom in what Rooney is saying. And he said there has been a massive decline of the natural or the traditional number 9. Nanientia Abasa and he said coaches in so unfortunately generation will be share monobilities in the system, a driver on the wheels.
Okay.
Into players develop your this one wants to be Ronaldo from the wings, Mbappé from the wings, or Mo Salah. That is how our game assessa. And that traditional. That is why you place a great deal of emphasis in how brilliant Abrante and Professor Erling Haaland are. Senior now new Ken Mbappé etimi are transforming into that position. But England so our names be now they were expected to be the heir to the throne of Harry Kane or as auxiliaries to help him. But they say no, England goes scoring in Abba to the shoulders of Harry Kane, and age no cost. Now share the number of games are all accumulated in a season. Anyhow demanding Bayern Munich cry I was a gentleman as well. It means that Rooney you need to have side with him, because England names couple are more Oli Watkins. Emranti are no more show when him being Oli Watkins. Ivan Toney, a Pejan Hoka Clan over Saudi Hoka. Abranti and friends Dominic Solanke. He has never lived up to the hype, any expectation of the English people. Liam Delap, I share 12 them was it the team no almost call relegation, then he joined Chelsea. But I was Chelsea. I was Ipswich.
Yeah, Ipswich Town.
But I was Chelsea, say no say rate Chelsea strikers in the crowd. I think that most Chelsea fans will pick João Pedro ahead of Liam Delap. Until this way, no obi anywhere. What's me a uni game no ababe Harry Kane then. Only Watkins consistently. It's mean double figures for Aston Villa. But Oshana clearly, is it the man that England beats me rely on? But Oshama, the uncle profile pa was so Timmy Boa Harry Kane, and yet these names are about. It should have rather been Marcus Rashford. Because of Manchester United, at the time that they were flirting with Alexis Sanchez, Romelu Lukaku, and almost strikers here and there, I felt that was the point, and I was saying Marcus Rashford, as a Sunday game, acquire the traditional number 9. Because for Manchester United, they were struggling. And we check it, proud to Ronaldo arrive, and only player I know actually the most goals ever. And Ronaldo came, took over.
Sure.
So he could have polished the art. You see, the art of goal scoring, and you're the other form. You need high level intelligence. That is the reason why anytime I hear can strikers will become Ronaldo phenomenal. But for me, I'll choose Luis Suarez on any day.
Okay, Suarez over Ronaldo.
The most intelligent striker who's over football.
Oh, Suarez.
Very smart guy. So I will always love Luis Suarez.
Suarez, we Liverpool in Indiana.
Suarez.
The act of goal scoring, very intelligent.
Yeah.
You see, football. Football, you know.
The answers in the doors.
I'm not for forwards now. You're more awards. They be as best players. It's a difficult thing to do on the football pitch.
Suarez.
And to defend. So what's a Bora striker now? But I dream said this is possibly what he's thinking. This should be my move to stop him. So Suarez, Ayas, Suarez for Uruguay, Suarez for Liverpool, Suarez at Barcelona. The level of intelligence what this should go no. Maybe I drink also, but what trans now get clips of Luis Suarez? You will appreciate what I'm saying. A Juma no fan wording baby income because of my journey.
Yeah, Juma.
So the act of goal scoring adding. You need to decide for the defender.
Yeah.
Hit the ball in a certain manner. Say direction I made the ball. No could say na me person ball. Hey. So he's the striker. When the team is small ball. This is how we shoot the ball. No? And obey the dimension of the person who conduct. So Luis Suarez there. He's my number one. You can mention Alan. You can mention whoever. But I will forever be a disciple of
striker. I don't know where he is or Harjay.
David Luiz, good.
David Luiz, David Luiz.
Or shall go be against Norwich for Liverpool?
Distance, yeah.
You see, this guy is so clever. It is
okay.
Who striker we are here? We know sound the 4-9 we could have
Suarez.
Robert Kuta energy or the bulky.
Yeah.
To a Jidaswa. Eto, yes, was somehow clever. I don't know what the endurance, the strength, not a buana kakra. You will David Villa say, and also travel with space. Sana, a yinso, a Torres and so yanity. But who trans now, Luis Suarez? He's a different breed. Now, England's stars now, Bano. Obiani wow show quality a bro Hurricane the so that means England will still have to rely on Hurricane from now to the World Cup. Into the Rooney Emil Heskey Ekana partly due to the new system of play of coaches and the players he developing. So try it on the wings. And the fact that everyone to be polish or more craft and England is one nation. The Bia players they live an unfulfilled dream. Into they mention players Bia Okai Jack Rodwell for Everton. He started brilliantly. No, a midfielder Bia say, oh, Lampard the new way.